Hello, this is Matt Shead, the writer and one of the creators of the dorms.
And this is Dave Brinkmeyer, a co-writer slash stunt specialist for the dorms.
This is our first commentary for you guys. We thought some of our fans would like it and appreciate it. So
we would do anything for you guys because we love you.
This first scene, I was a little bit worried about the fan base of Richard because I thought maybe everybody would maybe turn away after they found out Richard wasn't in the episode anymore, but it turns out everybody still liked it.
Yeah, and
and Richard was in the episode, so
yeah, we incorporate him in a little bit. But the funniest part I think of that first scene is the fact that when we said that he threw a couch out the 11th floor window is the actual reason Jared Schneider is no longer with us. I mean, he decided to transfer before that, but that actually did happen one of the last days of school.
So
that was pretty funny, I thought.
Yep.
And there I am playing Guitar Hero.
Dave Brinkmeyer is in the credits now.
Yeah. I watch him now just because of it. I'm always like, skip. That's everybody's favorite part there. You throwing your ice.
Yeah, the ice was a...
Sean Doyle.
There's Doyle. Doyle is now in the credits too, because he was in this episode a lot more than he used to be.
And I think that's a good thing.
That's definitely a good thing.
The dorms. Oh boy.
Starting. Let's see, what do we start with here?
Carl Lynch. Good friend.
There's Carl. Carl's our executive producer. Here's one of our lovely pictures. This is my favorite. This is a very good start to this episode with Mason having to look down at his lines about 3 or 4 times.
Yeah, some of us take time to memorize our lines. Actually look. Nope, right there. Right there.
Down.
Nope. You think he's in deep thought, acting wise? Nope. He's cheating. There's his lines right in front of him. Pretty funny.
Editor Matt Shed.
But in sets he does his takes in one, and
yeah,
we don't.
We call him One Take Mason.
One Take Mason. While when me and Matt are doing a scene, it takes about 15 because we laugh too much.
If you've ever seen the bloopers between Matt and Dave,
well,
you should probably watch them.
That was about cut in half.
We put these pictures up around the first week of school.
Give it a homey feeling.
Here's a very infamous.
This is one of the scenes I like the most.
Oh, it's definitely my favorite scene so far that the fans have seen. We really decided to do it because we thought of how we could incorporate Doyle into these episodes, and we thought it'd be
just
hilarious.
Randomly put him everywhere.
Yeah, randomly put him in different places.
And so we figured, why not a bathtub?
These lines, the idea was created by, I don't remember who, me and Dave, but then Dave wrote the lines about Resident Evil, and
me and Doyle like zombie movies, so it's the only thing I could think of at the time, and I was like, that's definitely something Doyle would do.
Exactly.
So
this is interesting because our kitchen definitely looks different.
And there's no alcohol bottles.
You'll see some continuity errors between this episode and the next episode, which will be coming out soon. There's more bottles. Dave and I have beards in different
full-grown
times.
beards.
And my hair gets longer because, believe it or not, it doesn't take a day or two to film a whole episode of The Dorms. It takes a while.
We've been filming the episode we're working on now for a month and a half.
Almost 2 months.
Yeah.
So.
This episode that you're watching took us 3 weeks or so.
Right. Here we incorporated some footage from last year up in the 11th floor where we thought we were going to have an episode about Bryce's birthday and how we didn't want Richard to find out, but Bryce is no longer with us.
And if you see there's a little cameo appearance by Julie McGuire and Liz Kentz. Thank you, girls.
Mm-hmm.
Appreciate it. Hey, it's me, Dave, and I'm back.
This was one of the first things that I wanted Dave to do when I wrote some of the stuff. I wanted Dave to sunbathe
out in
public so people could see Dave's gorgeous body.
And another thing I liked from here is I think we did a good job of incorporating little you do know about Dave into this. At the end of the third episode, I was saying I was going to Zimbabwe, and now I tell you that didn't end up working out. That's when you see me twirling your shower curtain rod.
That was a shower curtain rod, if nobody noticed.
And also trying to wear the D for Dave hat for as many times in scenes as I can, which I think I got in every scene except the very first one.
Right.
But this was I couldn't remember what the type of ninja-ish stuff I was planning on doing, so I was like so far and I just completely lost my train of thought there. And this was funny because we were hoping the pool would be drained. We didn't do any research before the scene. We just did it. And sure enough, the pool is actually open, but luckily there was nobody there.
We had Mason say this to make sure everybody knew what we were going for here, that Dave could not get into the pool because it was closed.
And
so we decided to sunbathe outside the pool.
And the fact that a van is about to drive by, I think, just makes this that much better because it just gives you the fact that while there's nobody at the pool, Dave is still very much out in the public,
right,
slamming beer,
beer all
and
over
passing out because he can't go to the pool.
Exactly. Here's our old roommate, Jared Stockton. He has recently moved out, but we wanted to incorporate him when we first started to make sure everybody knew that we did have another roommate.
Because you see the pictures of him hanging up everywhere, and all of a sudden you wouldn't see him.
Exactly.
So we just made it that he didn't want to be followed around by the cameras, which I thought was a pretty good idea.
This is some more footage from last year that I thought we just had to put in. And it's with me and my buddy Doyle doing the robot. I just thought it would be pretty funny to another kind of public humiliation kind of thing, where all of a sudden
watch these Doyle dance moves right here. That's just classic. Supposedly you say he gets stopped at bars saying that he's the robot guy from the dorms.
Oh yeah, he says he gets that all the time. You're the robot guy from the dorms, aren't you? I'm jealous.
And how was that music chosen?
Oh, it was from Spring Break last year. We would listen to that song over and over again and dance to it, so figured we'd put it in the dorms. It's one of our favorite songs. Here we go. Here's with the Matt and Mason tension, which is carried over since the whole Kaylee incident from episode 2. We kind of left that out in episode 3, so we went back to it, showing that Matt and Mason are still a little weird with each other. And we thought it'd be funny if Matt didn't know what to do whenever Mason was in the room.
Just make it awkward and see the turn and
awkwardness.
Starts taking out my laundry. This is funny because I was trying so hard not to laugh at my scene because I'm not looking at Matt. I'm just staring into space.
I think another funny thing about this is we're all wearing pinstripe button-ups, which is what we all wear way too often.
Yeah, well.
And Matt just runs out of the room. Slams the door. We do a lot of door slamming in the dorms.
It's a good way just to end the scene.
Right.
I mean, we're not professionals.